I don't know how to explain what happened. I don't even know if I believe it myself, but it happened, and I haven't slept peacefully since. At the time, I was living alone for the first time, a small apartment in a quiet part of town. I had just turned 24, started a new job, and thought I had my life together. No more roommates, no more loud parties, just peace. Or so I thought. It started 3 months after I moved in. Small things. At first, I blamed my own forgetfulness. A door left slightly open when I was sure I closed it. Lights flickering when the power company swore there were no outages. My keys missing from the counter, only to turn up in my bathroom. I chalked it up to stress. Then, one night, I woke up to the sound of my closet door creaking open. The first sign. I had always been a light sleeper, but something about that sound sent pure ice through my veins. I lay completely still, my breathing shallow. The room was dark, but I could still make out the slightest movement in the shadows. I told myself it was nothing. I told myself it was my mind playing tricks on me. Then, the closet door moved again. It didn't swing open fast. There was no gust of wind, no logical explanation. Instead, it slowly creaked, inch by inch, until it was fully open. That's when I saw it. A figure. Not fully visible, not fully solid, just a dark shape standing inside the closet, breathing. I couldn't scream. I couldn't move. I could only watch. Then, it stepped forward, the silent guest. I don't remember how I found the courage to move, but I did. I scrambled for my phone, switching on the flashlight. The closet was empty. But my bedroom door? It was open. I locked my doors every night. I checked them before bed. And yet, somehow, it was wide open. I barely slept that night. The next morning, I convinced myself it was a nightmare, that I was half awake, dreaming, until I checked my front door. The chain lock was undone. And the peephole? Covered from the outside. The footsteps. I started keeping a knife by my bed. I started checking the locks 3 times before sleeping, but the noises got worse. Soft footsteps in the hallway at night, the sound of breathing outside my bedroom door, fingernails tapping against my windows. Every time I worked up the courage to check, nothing was there. Until the night I woke up to my bed shifting. Not a small movement, not a creak. My entire mattress sunk down as if someone had just sat beside me. I turned on my light so fast I nearly knocked it over. No one was there. But my closet door was open again, and this time I saw something new. A single, wet footprint on my floor. The visitor in the hallway. I called my landlord the next day. He was a quiet old man who had owned the building for 20 years. I asked him straight out, "Has anyone ever had issues in my unit?" His face changed instantly. His mouth pressed into a thin line, his hands fidgeting. "Nothing serious," he said, avoiding my eyes. But I pushed him. I told him I needed to know. He let out a sigh. "The last tenant, she left in a hurry. Kept saying someone was watching her." "Did she see anything?" I asked. The landlord hesitated. Then, in a voice barely above a whisper, he said, "She swore someone was living in her closet." The final night. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept every light on. I locked my bedroom door. But sometime after 2 a.m., I heard it. A sound outside my door. Not breathing, not footsteps. A soft knock. I didn't move. Another knock. Then a voice. "You left the closet open." Cold terror froze my body in place. I wanted to scream. I wanted to run. But all I could do was listen. The doorknob twisted. The lock clicked. The door slowly opened. And standing in the doorway was me. A perfect copy. Same face. Same clothes. But the smile? It was wrong. It stretched too wide. The teeth too sharp. My copy tilted its head. Just a little. Then it whispered, "You should have left when you had the chance." And the lights went out. The aftermath. I don't know how I survived that night. The next thing I remember was waking up on my floor, the sun peeking through the windows. but my closet door was gone. Not open. Gone. Like it had never existed. I packed my things and left that same day. The landlord never answered my calls again. And the worst part? Sometimes, when I pass a mirror in the dark, I see it. Not my reflection. Not quite. Something just off. Watching. Smiling. Waiting.